everybody, and thank you so much for watching our video. My name is Amelia, and later we'll be joined by Maggie, and we are the educators here at Hawks Aloft. This week we're starting a series all about feathers. Feathers are fascinating because they are unique to only birds, and all birds have some type of feathers. Feathers have a lot of adaptations, including coloration, camouflage, and assisting in flight. But today we're going to focus on how feathers help birds to control their body temperature. Jemez, the Mexican spotted owl, is going to help me talk about how the birds are able to keep themselves warm even in cold temperatures. Now, feathers are very insulating, which you would know if you had ever worn a down jacket or slept under a down comforter. This helps to keep birds warm and dry. It's especially important for birds that live in cold weather, like spotted owls or the emperor penguin. The only species of warm-blooded animal that can naturally survive in the coldest place on Earth, Antarctica, is the penguin. Now, most birds have feathers that are laid out in tracks on their bodies, but penguins have feathers that are closely spaced together evenly. So I have a picture right here, you can see, of a pelt that shows you just not only how close together their feathers are, but how downy those feathers are as well. You can imagine wearing a down coat like that, it would keep you very, very warm. Now, just like all birds, they have individual control over their feathers. So when a penguin dives into the water, they can contract all of their feathers into their body to help keep them waterproof. And when they get on dry land, they can fluff them back up to keep them dry and warm. Speaking of fluffy, Jemez, the Mexican spotted owl, is also well adapted to the cold with her fluffy, downy feathers. This is fortunate for her because she was actually found in a snowbank with an eye injury and was rescued from that snowbank. Now, she wasn't too cold because she had these nice feathers, and a lot of owl species have feathers that go all the way to the tips of their toes to help them retain even more heat. The snow might have also acted as an ice pack on her eye to help to keep her alive until she could be rescued and treated. Eventually, the vets removed that eye to prevent further complications. Now, owl feathers are just like other feathers. They have a shaft. See if we can get this on camera.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. They have a shaft, and the little pieces of feather that come off of the shaft are called barbs. And in owls, the feathers that are closest to their bodies, like kind of down here at the bottom, are covered in downy barbs like this. And that helps to give them an extra layer of warmth. Birds can also fluff up their feathers and trap warm air between them in order to keep them warm. And many bird species in the winter grow extra feathers to help them to deal with rougher temperatures in the winter. So that's how birds are able to keep themselves warm. And we're going to have Maggie join us to talk about how birds can keep themselves cool.
All right, wide load coming through here. So here I have Beauty to help us discuss how birds stay warm. If you don't remember Beauty's story, she was found as a human imprint after she was kept illegally as a pet in southern New Mexico. And a fun fact about Beauty is she was recently filmed in a movie scene called Cop Shop. And I got to be her animal handler on set, and it was a really, really fun experience. And not only did Beauty's movie debut provide funding for Hawks Aloft, it also spread the message of the ecological importance of vultures all around the world. So look for that movie that should be coming out this year, starring Beauty and I guess some guy, Gerard Butler or something. So how do birds stay cool during the summer months? Birds have many behavioral adaptations to help them stay cool, like bathing in water. Bathing in water helps birds because their body heat dissipates to the water around them. They can also fluff up their feathers after a bath, and allow cool air to go in between their feathers, cooling them off even more when a breeze blows. Birds also use a behavior called gular fluttering as a way to stay cool. You might have seen our birds in some of our other videos, like our owls, demonstrating this gular flutter behavior. Let's see if we can see her a little better that way.
Oh.
Gular fluttering is similar to the panting of a dog. Birds use a combination of rapid, open-mouthed breathing along with the moisture from their throat to allow themselves to cool down. Gular fluttering is commonly seen in owls and doves, but most all birds have the ability to do that behavior if they are hot or stressed enough. Feathers also provide a very unique way for staying cool, as a bird can easily spread their feathers when a breeze blows to let cooler air in between the feathers. But also, bald patches on birds where there are no feathers allows for the bird to regulate their temperature as well. Bald patches on their legs, their face, and even around their eyes helps cool their body by exposing that skin where there is no feathers. And even birds with the small eye rings around their eyes, like a house finch, can cool their bodies through having that exposed skin. Another interesting way that birds regulate their heat is through their beaks. Many tropical birds, like toucans, have very large bills, and those large bills have a very rich blood flow. When it is super hot outside in the tropics, the toucan can send more blood to their bills, which allows them to cool off. And similarly, when it's really cold, they can pull that blood back into their body and stay warmer that way. Let's talk about amazing ways that vultures stay cool. Beauty has amazing flight feathers, and feathers like this one, that allow for her to stay cool. But they also have many behavioral adaptations to help them stay cool as well, which are very unique to vultures. One of the first ways they stay cool is by defecating on their legs on purpose in the warmer months. This acts as a coolant because the birds can't sweat, they have no sweat glands, but the evaporation off their legs kind of acts like an AC unit for them. It cools them down from underneath their bodies. Another way that they can regulate their body temperature is by taking either a bath, but they also can regulate their body temperature by spreading their wings super big. And vultures also have that extra exposed skin on their head, not only to stay clean while eating carrion, but to help them thermoregulate their bodies. So you can see Beauty has her feathers tucked up near the top of her head and her chin right now. She's feeling comfortable and maybe a little chilly. She has her head tucked really into her neck. But when she's hot on a summer day, she stretches her neck out really long, and I think it looks like a flamingo. So that's another way she can thermoregulate her body. So vultures are super awesome in that way. And be sure to watch our video next week. We're going to be discussing flight feathers, and we are looking forward to it. So thank you so much for watching our video.